Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, Madam Toastmaster, honored guests, have you ever thought about being a pirate? Have you ever thought about being a pirate? Wouldn't it be cool? Have you never thought in your childhood as you were reading fairy tales, as you were riding the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, or as you were watching various movies like Peter Pan, that, you know what, it'd be pretty cool to be a pirate, right? You could do a lot of really fun, cool stuff. There are so many things to enjoy. Adventures. You can go on myriad of adventures. All the crazy fights, the brawls, the fun, the traveling. Who here is not a travel junkie? I mean, you could go literally wherever you would want. No restrictions, complete freedom. Treasure. Treasure beyond your wildest imagination. Or maybe it's actually treasure equivalent to your imagination, because we're talking about hypotheticals here. But there have still actually been pirate treasures that are being found throughout the world. I don't know if you heard, a couple weeks ago there was an ancient wreck found off the coast of Italy with a lot of gold in it. So this is still a dream that's worth following. Free rum. I'm sorry, I meant to say freedom. Freedom. Freedom is perhaps one of the greatest gifts of pirates. You can do whatever you want. You can literally travel to wherever you want. Maybe the murdering and the plundering and the alcoholism and the prostitution is not so much of a fun part of it, but you have freedom to do whatever you want. If you choose to do that, you can, but you can also do whatever else you want. Take whatever you want. Live life in the way that you would want. But this is all kind of in the past, right? What is a modern pirate? Is it perhaps Captain Jack Sparrow? Probably not. He's kind of an ancient character, right? I don't even know what that is, but probably that's not a pirate either. So let's get a little more real. Wow, that's perhaps a little too real. The Somali pirates are pirates, but I think we want to get a little away from the terrorist aspect of things. So now we're getting a little warmer. Pirate radio was based off of a actual true story where in the 1980s, a group of people bought a boat and parked themselves off the coast of England and just broadcast a bunch of music for free to anyone who wanted to. Now we're getting really close, and this is where we wanted to end up, the Pirate Bay. So the piracy that I want to talk about is computer pirates. Computer piracy is something that's been growing as a trend around the world. And a lot of people say, you know what, this is really not a good thing. Things like Netflix and Amazon Video have sort of stymied the effects of that. But the trend is actually pretty clear regardless of that. Up through 2015, the amount of file sharing that's happening globally keeps increasing. And this is kind of bad, right? I mean, people are ripping off the artists. People are ripping off movie studios, and we're losing a lot of money from that. But you know what? Artists are ripping people off too. The Control-C, Control-V, copy-paste phenomenon has been seen throughout the ages. Ice Ice Baby, a song by Ice-T, I believe, or Vanilla Ice, sorry, my bad. Vanilla Ice was actually a copy of the song Under Pressure, which was performed and composed by Queen and David Bowie. The Hunger Games are actually a story that's adapted from a Japanese movie called Battle Royale. So while the details are a little different, the actual groundwork is the same. And Avatar is a hilarious copy of Dances with Wolves to the everlasting shame of James Cameron. And if you're into comic books, Shazam, this is a kind of interesting fact, Shazam is actually a copy of Captain Marvel, who's actually a copy of Superman. So here we have two layers of people copying each other. You call it piracy, we call it freedom. What if, so literature has had these situations where we've had stories copied over and over with new flavors. And in my opinion, that has actually given a lot of creative license to people to create new things, to take bits and pieces of old writings and make something new. But what if performance art was something that was illegal? Well, Spider-Man the musical was probably a crime, but the modern retelling of Hamlet is probably not something that you should go to jail for. Surely your favorite actors, speakers, politicians, whoever you may have, are good role models to follow. Surely the imitation of greatness can bring about the same kind of greatness, right? And surely the imitation of great people can make my argument far more convincing. Which brings us to tonight's word. Copying. Nation, I've been watching a lot of news lately. No, I haven't been seeing just a lot of Donald Trump, but I've been seeing a lot of online piracy news. They've been talking about how piracy and copyright infringement has ruined the film industry. Yes, it's been ruined, but not by people downloading movies. And I'm going to be very, very honest with you. It's been ruined by fear. It's been ruined by the fear that grips people into not being creative and taking liberties with other things that they've seen. Like Happy Birthday to You is a song that up until very recently was under copyright. And we had to replace it with other songs. So copyright is not the right way to go. What is? How about copyleft? Hey, that's actually a word, and I'm gonna trademark it. Actually, it is a word that exists, and it means you're creating something and explicitly letting people use it. And you should look it up. Wikipedia counts. So copying is freedom. It gives you that liberty that you experience as a pirate. It gives you that liberation and a sense of greatness, because the greatest form of flattery is imitation. And that's the word.